screaming. She's gonna scream.
Yep.
Okay.
Here she is. That's what she does.
Oh my goodness. Oh. Oh. Okay, okay, I'm coming. All right, come on. Breakfast time. Yep. No, you don't want it. It is 12 in the evening.
12 in the morning.
In the morning. And we are driving to the library so that I can upload episode 3. Our check engine light is still on. See? It's 31 degrees and it is 12:11 at night. So we have to drive to the library, upload it, drive back.
It'll be
So-
about 1 o'clock by the time we're back.
Oh, it'll be past 1.
You think?
I'm so tired.
They're
This is what you do for your passions. Okay, here we go. For the night. Oh, but we've got the moon. Is this all ours?
Yes.
Okay, so
Sure.
back there and I can just. I've been coming here for a while, and that's the first time. I've always wanted to meet that horse. Such a beautiful being and creature. And I finally came and said hi. Oh, we will have a lifelong friendship now. I guarantee it. I'm so grateful to see that there's water in the little stream. This summer it went completely dry. This is where Hannah and I come in, or would come in the summers, to do little dips when it gets really, really hot. Maybe you've seen, but there's usually tons and tons of crayfish, or crawdads. I don't know what the proper term is, but when it dried up this summer, I was so worried. I just needed to be by the water. Just hearing the sound of the water and being by the water is so healing. Oh. Oh, it went behind a rock, but so these bluffs that I'm looking at here is home to so many golden eagles and hawks and lots of different birds of prey. And it's amazing because they fly over the ridge, and then they just dive down because there's often like a wind, and they catch the updraft and they just dance in the wind. Oh, and I'm pretty sure it was a golden eagle. I just saw one, but there's like a little ridge over here too, so it went behind the ridge, but I saw it come up. It like spreads its wings, and then they like go in, and then they put their wings behind them, and they just dive, and then they just spread again, and they fly up. It's just phenomenal. But yeah, all of the snow is melting. It's been very, very warm. I saw something that it was like the National Weather Service or something that was for this area, saying that it's going to be 15 to 20 degrees above average for like the next week. And yeah, I've found myself kind of grieving the loss of the snow, because the energy of it just completely transforms my experience of the winter. And then also it's turned into a giant mud pit all over the property. everywhere. So now, oh, there's one. Oh, ah. Come on, turn on. Oh, here. Oh, did I get it? Oh, there it is. Oh, oh my God. It's not, I got it, but I mean, it's not the best footage because it's so far away. This lens only is 18 to 135 and it's quite far away, but just kidding. I'm losing my mind. When it flies up against the oh, it's landing. Oh, I wonder if it has a nest up there. Oh, but they wouldn't be nesting. It's winter. Never mind. But when it flies up against the ridge, you can see its shadow. Oh, holy moly. I just get so excited. Anyway, all of the snow is melting. Yes. So I've just been, I'm very happy I have my galoshes. I've just been wearing my little yellow galoshes, which if you don't know, I got at a free box. So they're the best, not just because they're cute little yellow galoshes, but also because they were free. Oh, I flew over here. Yeah, I really needed this. You know, yesterday was a very challenging day. Actually, like the last week or so has been quite a challenge. I just haven't been feeling very well. I've been dealing with something that I haven't really dealt with before. That is like a combination of something that's going on with my body, but also my nervous system. And it's really been a big challenge. It also feels like a teacher and a lesson. That's for sure. Yeah, just being out here I just feels exactly what I needed. I'm also quite excited. It sounds like we're going to be going to see my mom for a few days. I think we're going to leave. Today is Friday, so I think we're going to leave on Sunday. And yeah, it'll just be so good to spend time with my mom. For the last 8 months, she's been traveling around the world, doing all kinds of amazing, incredible things. I missed her so much. And also, while I'm there, I'll be able to see a woman who I've worked with before. She's a really incredible healer. She primarily does craniosacral, and I've just had the most powerful healings from that modality. So I think it'll be an immense help. And yeah, and I have a feeling it will help kind of reveal what's been going on. But gosh, there's just so much that this project has been showing me and has been revealing to me. There is not an area of life that this project of putting out a video every other day and filming and editing simultaneously and just putting myself in the way of this creative transformational experience. There's not a single area of my life that there hasn't been, oh, there's another golden eagle. Oh. But there is, not a single area of my life where there hasn't been just so much profound reflection and understanding. And, I was thinking I would really love to make a video where I just kind of put all of that together. And I've shared little snippets in the videos. And I think I've said oh, I'm going to turn this into its own video and whatever. The issue is that they're just so long. And yes, I think they could be their own video. But I'm also kind of curious if I would love to just sit down and kind of talk about these things and share these things because yeah, this project is so much about filmmaking and storytelling as much as it is also about being really real about being and about self-expression and about embodiment and about insecurity and self-doubt and all of those things. So I'm thinking I would really love to put a video together of just those things. But yeah, the only other thing I feel to say about this experience that I've been having, I think is actually connected to this piece that I know is really alive for a lot of people. and that's that I really feel that to be alive right now as a open-hearted, attuned, intuitive, heart-centered person right now is very challenging for so many different reasons. I mean, there's so many layers and levels of it that I think we're maybe not even aware of the different ways in which we are being affected, and that we are really picking up on and having to cope with and navigate happening in our world and in the energy and in the collective. I know so many people that are really struggling with depression and anxiety and overwhelm and all kinds of different things, and the people that I know that are like these sensitive, heart-centered, intuitive people are really dealing with it the most. And so I just say that because I just want to say, like, you're not alone, you're not crazy. There's honestly, what I want to say is, like, there's nothing wrong with you. And what I mean by that is, I think that there's this piece that I feel very passionate about, which is that I think a lot of these symptoms are an appropriate reaction to the kind of dysfunction, the kind of situations that are happening. It is an appropriate response. Our infinitely intelligent systems perceive so much, and I think we perceive more on so many more levels than we are even aware of. Our emotions and our feelings are not problems to be solved. They're messengers, they're communications, they're feedback. There's nothing wrong. Yes, they're very uncomfortable. Yes, it can be very challenging. And as somebody that is going through them as well, has been on my own journey of coming into learning how to tend and care for that part of myself. It is part of our, it is our power. It is so, these things are so connected to our power. And it just, I feel so lucky because I've been so validated by specifically my mother, who, you know, has helped me orient with having these sensory abilities. Yeah, that works. And I also know that there are so many people that don't have that validated and aren't aware of the resources and the tools available to learn how to navigate these things. So I share that because it's been on my heart a lot, and there's nothing wrong with you. If anything, you're probably a lot more powerful than you realize. And just to validate that these are very challenging times on a lot of different layers and levels for all of us. And a lot of those layers and levels, I think, collectively, we're not really validated for, but I have come to know them to be very real and very true. And so I say that to, just offer my support, but also I pray that on some layer and level, just simply acknowledging these things, at least for myself, might invite some curiosity for yourself to look inward and to not be so hard on yourself. Yeah, not be so hard on yourself. And perhaps even some space to lean into different modalities that can meet these experiences and validate them and give you tools and resources to empower yourself to work with them. All right, well, I should get going. Really not sure what's in store for me today. There's so many things that I want to do. So I guess we'll see where the day takes us. That's what I needed. This is kind of a funny story. Noel and I found, I saw a post on Facebook at like, I think it was legitimately 11:30 at night that there was some stuff, some free furniture, and this table was one of those things, and it was snowing. It was so late, but I looked at Noel and I was like, do you want to go? But I don't know why, I just had this intuitive feeling, you know, with our tiny home build, we want to try to reuse as many materials as possible. And I have just, if you've seen some of my other videos of like, you know, building my little secret garden completely from reused materials, or our kitchen, outdoor kitchen, or, you know, anything like that. Like, I am just so inspired to give things character and story and depth by reusing materials if possible. So it's an old sewing table. So it opens up and you have a whole surface to do some sewing. I think this is where the sewing machine goes. Might need to be some fixing. It just folds out and then it's got this cute little drawer for all your bits and bobs. Literally a bobbin. It's definitely need of some TLC, but yeah, even if I don't end up using it as a sewing table, it could just be a little bedside table or something. It could be a little foyer table or something like that. But truth be told, I'll probably use it for what it's originally intended for, since I have this hope and goal that this winter I can learn that I can take on some sewing projects. Although amidst the million other projects that I have going on in our build, it's a little bit ambitious, but regardless, at some point, at some time, I will learn how to sew, and I want to learn how to sew my own clothes. So maybe this is just one of those things. It's like you find it now, but it's for your future self. Oh, there's like...